Today we're learning all about how to mix paint, and it's real easy to do. Welcome back to Mr. News Art Class. It's wonderful to see your smiling faces again. So we've got this color mixing sheet, and we've got tempera paints, and I do also have a cup of water for washing my brush, but we want our brush to stay dry because we're using tempera paints. So I've also got this paper towel underneath the cup to dry my brush with. Every time I clean it, I need to dry it. Anytime you clean it, wipe it dry. If I don't do that, my paper will get holes ripped through it. Now, you see these little tubs of paint have these little pipe cleaner things sticking into them. That's there so that my students don't have to open the tops. And this just makes it a lot easier to prevent messes when, especially when I'm teaching art on a cart. The kids can just pull those little Q-tips out to put some paint on their paper and then use a brush to actually spread it out. For today, we're going to talk about how to mix our colors, and we're going to make a color wheel and tints, shades, browns, and grays using just these primary colors and also black and white. Now, you've probably been taught that the primary colors are yellow and red and blue, but they're not. Magenta is actually the primary red. This and this are very different. The magenta will actually get mixed but better colors than the red will. You'll see that in a bit. And the same here. Instead of using blue, we're going to use cyan, which is a much more accurate primary blue. So for starters, we're going to pick one of our primary colors. We're going to apply the paint to its respective spot on the color mixing chart, the color wheel. So I just pull that little tab out of there, little Q-tip thing out of there, and apply a little bit. And then I can use the brush to spread it around. And when I'm done with the yellow, or whichever primary I start with, I'll move on to another and do the same thing for all three of the primary colors. Apply a little bit of paint, then grab the brush to spread it around. And then it'll look something sort of kind of like this. Notice that the empty spaces between the primaries are going to be filled with a mix of those two primaries. So for here, I'm going to mix magenta and cyan together to get a violet at the bottom. Mix magenta and yellow to get an orange on the other side. To do that, I'm going to apply a small amount of both and then mix it with my brush. So here's a little dab of yellow. Splot, splot. Maybe a little bit more than that. And you want about equal amounts. Maybe get a couple little spots of yellow on there. And then switch over to magenta. And try to get about the same amount of magenta as you have of the yellow. And then while the paint is still wet, just blend it together with your paint and spread it to fill that section in. And you can see there how the magenta and yellow blend together to make a beautiful orange. And when you're done mixing up one of your secondary colors, don't forget to wash your brush real well. And here I'm going to mix up some magenta and some cyan. And don't forget to wash and dry your brush. Make sure you use a dry brush. And then mix those two together to make a really beautiful violet color. And if yours is a little bit too blue like mine is, just simply add a little bit more of the magenta to it and blend that in with it. And you'll notice that the magenta and cyan make a much more vibrant violet than blue and red would. We'll see that here in just a second. But first, let's mix up our green by putting some yellow and cyan together. And as I use a nice clean and dry brush to blend those two together, you can see that it makes a really vibrant green. And as always, don't forget to wash your brush when you're done. So here's a red and a blue. Let's talk about why red and blue are actually not the primary colors. You've been taught that for a long time, but here I have some red and some blue, and I'm just going to use a nice dry brush here to blend those two together. And notice that, yeah, they do make a purple, but it is such a dark, deep, almost blackish purple that it's going to be really hard to, with these colors, get a nice, vibrant, bright purple. You see the difference there? That one is vibrant. This one is almost black. And you're just simply going to have a better color mixing experience if you use magenta and cyan as your primary colors. And get the red and blue. They're useful for red and blue, but they're not useful for mixing together to make a purple. And they're not the primaries. Now let's move on and talk about a tint. We're going to mix a color with white. A tint is any color mixed with white. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my color down, and then I'm going to put quite a bit of white down. When you're mixing white with a color, you typically have to mix quite a bit of white in order to really lighten up the color. It's actually a lot easier to start with quite a lot of white and add just a tiny bit of your color to it. I'm going to make sure my brush is clean and dry and mix those two together, and you can see that magenta and white make a really, really beautiful pink. A lot of times I hear people say that pink is a shade of red, and they're totally wrong, because pink is not a shade of anything. Pink is a tint. A shade is when you mix black with a color, and a tint is when you mix white with a color. So pink is not a shade, it's a tint. It's a tint of red or of magenta. When we do move on and make a shade, we need to have a lot of our color and just a little bit of black. So you see here I'm putting quite a bit of magenta down. And then with the black, I'm going to pull this little thing out, and I'm just going to use a tiny little speck. Just a tiny little touch of black is going to make that magenta quite a lot darker. Let me wash my brush here, dry it off, mix those together, and you can already see that just that tiny little bit of black made the magenta quite a bit darker. Now you may have noticed that brown is not on the color wheel anywhere. Brown is actually what happens if you mix all three of the primary colors together, or if you mix opposites on the color wheel. There's several ways to make brown, but we're going to just put a little dab of magenta, a little dab of yellow, and a little dab of cyan. That's all three of the primary colors, and then blend them together. Now, there's lots of different kinds of browns, and here you can see that these three colors are just making a big muddy mess. If you want a very specific kind of brown, you can look at the brown you've made and use the color wheel to decide what else to add to it. Like if you want it to be more reddish, add some more red. If you want it to be more greenish, add some more blue and yellow. Whatever you need. And then after I wash my brush here, we're going to move on and talk about gray. Now, you already know that black and white mix together to make a gray. But what I'm going to do is actually not just mix the black and the white. I'm also going to add a color to it. And the reason for that is because I want you to see what happens if you mix both black and white with a color. In this case, I've mixed magenta, which really warms up that gray. So it is still gray, but notice that it's not quite a tint, and it's also not quite a shade. It's not a tint, it's not a shade, it's a gray version where I've mixed black and white together to make a warm gray. Now in this case, if I want it to be lighter, I could add some white to it. Or if I wanted it to be darker, I could add some black to it. Or if I wanted it to be grayer, I could add some more of both, like I am here. If it's too red, I can mix more black and white together with it to make it not quite as warm, not quite as red. And there you see that gray is still a little bit warm. It's still a little bit on the pink side of things, but it's more gray. Now, I also have another video using the same sheet but with colored pencils. It's exactly the same concept of how to blend and mix colors, make the color wheel, use cyan, magenta, and yellow. And if you want to see that, the link is in the description below. I also have a bunch of other tutorials like this on mrnew.com as well as this YouTube channel.